Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to TCG University. It's me, Noah, here with
James.
and we're doing another Best Damn Deck. This one, we're going to be doing Warriors, correct? That's what we agreed on for this one? Warriors. James doesn't even know anymore. General...
You run this, I don't.
Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. General housekeeping stuff that we like to get out of the way. As always, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Support us on Patreon at patreon.com/TCG University. You can also check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/TCG University. YouTube, you're already on, so that's easy. And then if you like, you can always go ahead and get singles from us on TCG Player at our TCG Player Pro, which is tcguniversity.tcgplayerpro.com. God, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Shout outs to our sponsors. We have Christopher Bromley, Josh Hillers, and Sean O'Brien, and then, our supporters. And then our sponsors is Dex Protection. Hopefully, we'll have an affiliate link put in the description. He hasn't been doing that at all. I know he hasn't.
Was I supposed to be doing it? This is the
Yes, you were supposed to be doing that, James. I mentioned this before.
every video.
Yeah, for every one of these.
Oh, this is like the first one we've done in a while.
Continuing on, we're going to talk about Warriors. We're going to start with the five, or I guess we're going to do the five basic things of decks. So it's going to be the core of the deck, the techs, the weaknesses, the summons, and then the limits. Starting off, we have the core of the deck. So these are the five cards that I put in that I think are the key core cards of a Warriors list. If you don't see Volker, we'll get to that in a bit. I don't think Volker's necessary. I think he's really good. So we'll just start off with the main man himself, Tavis. James, do you want to explain what Tavis does?
Tavis is a 5-drop warrior dude. He says, what? I just wanted to say that.
5-drop warrior dude.
He says on play, you search for a job warrior from your deck. And then as an action, pay 0, play a warrior from your hand. A lot of times your key plays are, if it's early in the game, you go play Tavis, grab Mog, play Mog, draw a card. If you're pushing for game, it's probably play Tavis, get Axstar, play Axstar, freeze your dudes, play a dude, hit the board. And then if you're playing like a mid-game part of it, you're probably doing Tavis into Furion, which just draws you cards.
True. You can also do Tavis Furion early. I think Axstar is actually more mid-game play than he is a early game play. He's more mid and late game. Games. Yeah, but I think he's better as mid-late. Furion will give you card advantage early game.
Sure.
Because not a lot of people are dealing with something that just
I
says
think
draw.
the deck just plays... Not dropped it into my shake. I think there's just the deck plays a lot of options to play Furion outside of just Tavis.
Oh, for sure, yeah. So next card, we'll go ahead and we'll talk about Furion while we're already on it. Furion is a 2-cost 5K that says he gains haste when you have 5 or more dudes out, and then when he swings, when you have 5 or more, he draws a card as well. And then he also says you can discard a water card to give him plus 2K and activate him. And then you can discard a fire card to give him plus 2K and first strike. If you discard a water and a fire card, you get both effects at the same time.
If you discard a Furion, because I think that's the only
usually the water fire card you play,
or Yuzuki,
which we'll also talk about. Then you get both effects. Furion is probably one of the more... I mean, Tavis is very versatile in the deck, but I think Furion is probably your, like... I almost want to say your go-burr guy. I think Furion is like one of your key pieces personally that you put out to push the game.
Push.
You don't feel bad ever swinging with the Furion because then your opponent has to come to terms with, do they try to force you cards out of hand? Yeah. Do they block? Do they kill the Furion and then you Edgar and play another one or something? Yeah. You know, like stupid funny shit like that. Next card we have up here is Axstar. Axstar, I will give to you. Yeah, I'm going up.
I'm in the wrong direction.
Pow. Go ahead, James.
Axstar is a 3-drop fire ice dude. Most of the time, the only way you're going to play him is off of Tavis, or if you have another Axstar in hand, or if you have, the Fire Moogle backup? Yeah, I think it's the Fire Moogle backup.
Or if you play a Ideolist in your deck.
I guess, yeah, that too. I do play a 1-of. So.
Yep.
He's a FFB warrior. When he enters the field, you dual freeze all other forwards that aren't cost 3. All the cost 3 stay. You can do whatever you want. That doesn't matter. But everything else gets doled and frozen. So your Tavis will always get frozen. But who cares because you dual freezed all other stuff too. When Axstar enters the field, you play 1 fire or ice forward of cost 3 from your hand onto the field as well. He says play this.
Cost 3 or less.
3 or less. So you can play Furion.
He plays like Zidane or Furion.
Yep. The other constant play I see a lot of is Axstar into Ward.
Obviously, yeah.
Because Ward says kill a dude as well.
Almost guarantee kill something.
Yep. And then the last ability he has, which is when he enters the field or attacks, you choose a forward your opponent controls, and you hit it for 3k for each forward of cost 3 you control.
Usually, the setup plans for Axstar, you can kind of see Axstar be telegraphed. If they don't grab it and they draw it, you'll see a lot of 3-cost forwards start entering the field. They'll be like, I'm a Leo. And you're like, oh, God, that's not
my
good.
favorite play was to go Leo, cool. Tavis, play Axstar Ward, kill a dude. Axstar, kill a dude.
Yep. Or you play Furion, or not Furion, Zach.
Yep.
Axstar Ward.
Yep. A lot of times when Axstar gets played, what you'll see is it'll be we'll do bottom up. We do it if you watch our videos. I'll always go like Axstar abilities bottom up, because when you want to resolve them,
3 separate auto
abilities,
triggers,
and you have to
meaning
choose
Ratsu
at
can
when
only
you do.
stop one of them, which is pretty good.
And
honestly.
you don't just get to nitpick one at a time. You have to put the order in which you're going to play them, or you're going to miss timing on them.
Yep. So Axstar is core part, and then I believe I had Mog on here. Mog's super simple. Mog is just a 3-cost 4K. Yeah, 3-cost 4K water forward that says when he enters the field, you draw a card, and then you can action ability, put him into the break zone. During this turn, your opponent cannot search. The main reason you play, Mog is your best early game opener. Yep. You Tavis Mog, and you stop them from being able to play backups that search, or they have to figure out how to deal with Mog, so they're just wasting more cards in the process. And you recoup a card off of playing Mog too. So it's actually not bad. You don't go even with Tavis, but the Mog play you go even with, quote unquote.
Tavis early game is not as interactable as most things as you would think it would be.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times Tavis doesn't feel worth it because it's already done its thing, and killing it just means they're going to play another Tavis,
And search again.
which is weird because like it just feels like a bad play, especially if they go Tavis into Mog, 'cause it's like, well, I can't do anything already, and if I just kill the Tavis and they do it again, like it just feels bad.
It feels bad.
So like a lot of times your Tavis is a lot safer than it would appear, and Mog's just annoying. Mog is super annoying. It stops Ifrit, Shiva, and I guess all of the 16s, because the only 3 that matter are Ifrit and Shiva in my opinion. But
True. And then next, or I guess last one in the core list, we have Larsa. Larsa is a 4-cost backup that just says when it enters the field, you search for a forward to cost 4 more and add to your hand. The reason I put Larsa as a key core card is because Larsa searches Tavis.
Yep.
And I think having an immediate searcher for Tavis so you can play Tavis next turn is busted. We already see people playing Larsa for Realm or Merweb for Realm. It's virtually the same thing. You're putting a 4-cost dude out to search for 5 costs. That's going to get you value immediately. Moving on. I have to do this. Oh. They're all the way down here.
you should really clean them. I moved them all the way to the bottom.
No, I moved all those to the
Oh,
bottom.
did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
I might have
text.
moved them to the top so that way they're out of the way.
Yeah, whatever.
They're underneath everything
Something like
else?
that. The techs. So these are the 5 cards I think are really cool tech pieces that you can throw into the deck. Yuzuki and Volker they're warriors, so more than likely they're in there, but I will explain the reasons I have them in there because they're not necessary. We'll go ahead and we'll just start with Clive because he's the biggest one that everybody cares most about sometimes. Clive is a 4-cost 8K that has the ability to prime for 2 fire.
Yep, 2 fire.
Or is it a fire in any color?
It's 2 fire.
Let me double check. But he primes into Ifrit 16. Oh.
Oh,
Sick.
searching Amazon Prime. I like it.
Oh, no. I hit escape, my guy. Oh, God. Oh, God. Can you please? Thank you. I don't know how I got on the... Oh, because of that. How did that take me to Prime? That's dumb.
You like copied and searched it.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
guess
happened.
so.
All in one effect.
Sorry, I just want to make sure It's fire and a color.
It's fire and colors.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody
4-drop
pick
AK that has the prime ability. So you pay a fire in any color, and you can go into 7-cost Ifrit, which is part of the Clive tech piece. Just about every warrior deck I think plays this because there's no reason not to.
I don't.
When your colors match, yeah, because you don't like that card.
I don't. I think hit stick's bad.
I know.
It's literally just hit stick. It does nothing else. It's just I
It's
play
a
big
kill two.
stick. It's just I play big stick.
I mean, Wool's the same way without anything else on board.
Sure, but he's a big.
But this kills too.
I want you to know. In the amount of matches I've played against Ifrit, I've never seen it kill 2. I've seen it kill 1 on enter, and then that bitch doesn't do anything else.
What, they don't swing and block?
No, I don't.
Oh, you play ice.
I either
That's
don't
why.
let it swing, or I never have enough dudes for Ifrit to matter.
You play ice. So he says that the job icon forwards and job dominant forwards you control gain 1k power other than himself, and then when he deals damage to an opponent, you can discard your entire hand and draw 2 cards. So usually you use him when you're
that middle
running out of
ability
hand.
is absolutely irrelevant in the deck.
Does not do anything. Nobody ever pairs this up with anybody.
Only sometimes come in effect.
And he has haste.
Do you know what the funniest thing I've been hearing around the grapevine? People want to stop playing Clive.
Oh yeah, I've heard that
just
too.
Just play Ifrit.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people just jamming Ifrit in and taking out Clive.
His stick's good.
Ifrit's on here. We'll just read it. He might pop up on the screen. Apologies if he doesn't. He's a 7 cost 10k forward with haste that says when he enters the field, deal damage to your opponent, or when Ifrit enters the field, deals damage to your opponent, or when Clive primes into Ifrit, choose a forward the opponent controls and deal it 10k damage. And then he has Spit Flare, which is just ditch a copy of Ifrit, choose a forward, and deal it 10k. He is just a big hit stick, but he's a really effective one. That's the crazy part.
He's real cool at killing one thing.
Yep. Next, I put Volker on here. James, you play Warriors more than I do.
I played 3 of it. I think that's outside normal. I think most people play 1 or 2. Volker's really cool because he says if you have the CP to just kind of like throw away and you feel safe around it, if you're not scared of
Hey, is your opponent playing lightning or water or wind? Volker turn 1. I mean, Leviathan could hurt, I guess. So we'll realistic. Yeah, but
it's
most
just,
water decks aren't even
if you
playing
don't think you're going to get canceled, like
if you're not playing against fire, just jam Volker out. What are they going to do?
Volker is very good if you find a way to easily get him out, or at least not get hurt by getting him out. At controlling the game state better, because anytime something dies, you hit it for 4, which makes Mog kills something sometimes.
Mog can kill AKs on block.
It means you don't have to have more dudes really to kill with Axstar. Axstar could just have himself and he hits for 7.
Hey, does Volker say, this is like super irrelevant, but does Volker say your opponent's forward or a forward? I'm going to look that up. Keep going.
No idea. Just him says you can turn after or main phase 2 play.
It's forward opponent controls. Never mind.
Play Zac and hit something for be a total of 7.
I was thinking of stupid Megisa memes.
But the main thing he does is he says add Tavis, add X other warrior.
Yep.
But I really enjoy
and then pitch X other warrior to play Tavis because he reduces cost of your next one by 3. And it can become 0.
Yep.
Meaning so you can just free play Axstars.
Yeah. So another Axstar target, my bad. But he's really good at also searching for your Tavis. I really enjoy the control aspect of nagging 4 if something dies.
Next one we was Minwoo. Or not Minwoo. Sorry, Minwoo effect. It was Yuzuki. Yuzuki is a fire water card, as you can see up in that little corner there.
If you can.
Yeah. If you can. It'll be really funny that like we do. I definitely can't. Why Yuzi? Good enough. So Yuzuki's a 3 cost 7k warrior, fire water that says if a fire forward you control is dealt damage by your opponent's abilities, the damage becomes 0. If a water forward you control is dealt damage in general, reduce the damage by 2 instead. So it takes 9 to kill her, but also it's only 9 from combat damage. Ability damage doesn't do anything.
Or getting reduced.
Summon damage works too. Well, yeah, but that's not damage, right?
Yeah, but I'm just.
That's how I get around it because I play Tidus so much.
Actually, honestly, reduction. There's a lot of reduction right now in the format.
Yeah, we saw about 6 reduction decks.
6 or 7.
6 reduction decks in that top 8.
Yeah, I think 6 or 7 the entire
tournament. Gross. Oh no, wait, there was 5 because I think Kyle Peters was not playing that.
He was not.
Yeah, so 5.
He was playing a cool deck though. I don't know if you saw his deck. You played against it.
I played it. It's the only one. Cool. It's the only one I got. Really cool. And then I played 2 mono water or 2 water lightnings, and then you. And our game was fine. Our game was actually like back and forthy, but the water lightning ones it was not. Water lightning monsters.
Format for me.
If you want to see that, we'll do it. We'll probably will anyways.
Do what?
Water lightning monsters best deck.
I mean, it's probably the next one.
Next one I put in here was 5 CP Terra. She is an EX person that says when she enters the field. Or goes to break zone, you choose a summon in your break zone, add it to your hand, and then its cost is reduced by 2. And then you can't remove summons out of your break zone. Your opponent cannot remove summons out of your break zone.
It essentially says grab Brennhilder so you can kill things.
Or grab Amma so you can just have an Amma back. She's very techy. She's expensive, but nobody plays 4-cost Terra anymore because this Terra just generates more value, quote unquote. They're the same power level. She costs 1 more. They're both EXs. The only difference is this one protects summons in your break zone and gives you 2 summons back, 1 on enter and 1 on leave.
And the reductions, I think, the big one too.
Yeah, the reducing in the the other one just says when you cast either a summon or a fire summon 2k something.
2k, yeah.
Which isn't terrible, but it's not necessary.
I think it's mainly just right now. Brynhilder is very, very good, and recurring Brynhilder is very, very good.
Yes,
and
making him cheap is very good too.
I don't think this card ever gets physically played, unless you absolutely
no. She's
have to.
generally she's Lev 6.
She's Lev 6.
She's basically there for an EX
the deck
target.
could also play Lev 6.
It doesn't need to though. It doesn't play enough water for Lev 6 to really matter.
I play it.
Yeah, but you don't need to.
Because I want the EX burst.
And then lastly, in my tech cards, I put Lena. Lena's pretty self-explanatory for those of you that have ever used her.
I think that's a tech card, but
I can't put her in. I only put 5 cards in each spot. I know she would make 4.
I get it,
but
no,
you
well,
don't. She's not needed, but she's so good. You might as well.
No, what I mean by that is, I don't think she's a tech card. She's just an auto.
Sure,
2-drop water. I don't think it's very techy.
She replays your Axstars. She replays your Furians. She replays your Zidanes. Lena's a 2 cost backup EX burst that says on EX draw, or when an EX is triggered, draw a card from your opponent.
3 pluses.
And then you can ditch a copy of her and pay a water and choose a 4 to cost 3 in your break zone. Play it onto your field dull. She does way too much in my opinion for a 2 cost. This card's an instant auto put in, but I put her as a tech card because I could not, for the life of me, put her in as a core necessity in the top 5. She's easily
here's the thing. I don't
card.
think Larsa is a core card either.
I think Larsa is just because Larsa searches your Tavis. How else are you gonna get him? And she curbs for him too.
Volker?
Yeah, but that's too expensive. Like it's good, but it's too expensive. When you go, I'll pay for play a dude, grab it, and then next turn you can curve right into him instead of paying 6.
Chose Ward.
What?
I would have just chose Ward instead of Larsa. That's just a personal thing.
Ward?
Yeah.
I don't think. No.
It just core wise, it just.
I guess.
Like here's the thing, Larsa.
Ward's a good EX. I'll give it to you. Ward's a good EX first, but he comes to me.
To me, he's just like an auto.
Yeah, but I think this deck needs at least 1 backup, so you can.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying.
That's why
I just don't find backups to be core cards unless they are really core to the deck. Like Shinju for like Soirees would be a core card.
Sure.
I wouldn't count Amber as a core card.
I would.
It's part of the core.
Amber is the reason you get things.
But here's the other thing. Everything else is the core. Like, so it's it's not Merle Webb. It's
Madam Edel. It's Edel, Shinju, Amber are your core. I can actually, you know what? Hold on. Give me a sec.
Probably Edel, Shinju, Amber.
Slight tangent. Sorry, guys.
Water,
give me just
lightning.
1 sec. Here, hold on. I got you.
Did we already do it?
Yeah, we've done a best deck for Soirees, so I already have it in here. What did I put in as core cards? We'll just pull it up for us here. So we put in.
That's exactly what it was.
The 5 cards that mattered the most in that deck, which was Marald, Edel, Vesvia, Shinju, and Amber. So yeah, they're all cores. Yeah. Okay.
I just don't think Larsa is like a core.
I mean, that's.
I get it. Like
the curve is so good and the search is so good.
I get it too.
Like that's why I put her in there. Next, we have the weaknesses of the deck. So a lot of these are kind of proxies for certain things, but like for instance, Shadow Lord is just a proxy for anything that has like a really good generic board wipe potential, like Lord Toto.
It's just very good
Shadow, yeah, because they're all warriors. So you just name warrior and you wipe the board. Sure, you'll eat a point of damage, but you put a really strong dude out. That's not super easy to take care of. I put Odin in here, and oh god, why did I put Odin in
Kills
here?
3-drop.
It kills a 4 or less. Yeah. It draws you a card. I think
it's probably just generic kill card.
I think it is just generic kill card. Kuchulane's blank ability is just really good. Kuchulane, Porum, anything that blanks is nice, especially Marlboro when you have Witch of the Fens out. Shoot a dude and then neg their board by 3 and blank their board. Really good. Ratsu's Ratsu. It will almost always be in some sort of weakness because it's just a good negate.
Essentially any negate.
Yuna's not just any negate, but Yuna also says that once the warrior board is built out, they just don't do anything. Yep. That's one of the big issues with warriors is that once they establish a board, if they're not pushing with other things, their board doesn't do anything. Yeah. It's almost the problem that you have with Tri-Pirates, but Warriors just has more. Yeah, Warriors can kill things.
It's the problem I have with Sky Pirates, which is it has no
like
kill
Axtar's the push card in Warriors once you have everything set up because he'll just start pinging things, but like Yuna just shuts it down because she just gets the dull. So yeah, those are the weaknesses generally speaking. Is there anything else you want to add to that specifically?
Weaknesses?
Yeah, I mean you've played the deck. I mean Yuzuki loses to neg
I would-
ability, so anything that
whatever.
negs is good
And it's whatever. Even
because
Yuzuki,
it circumvents that. But
Yuzuki's
like,
just like an every once in a while card. I don't even
well,
find
yeah,
it
obviously,
anything.
but like, I think anything
Honestly,
that gets around her
it's
specifically.
probably just stalemating yourself, like we were talking about. Like once your board's out there, like I don't know. I'll have to find it if we like it on our channel to like put it out there. When Shantoto Cast did the Chicago event, right? My second round was on stream, and I basically did that entire game plan to the Warriors.
Weren't you playing against the Black Mage deck?
I was playing Warriors Black Mage.
No, yeah.
That was what I was playing against. Was a Warriors Black Mage deck. Cool deck. Cool deck. The Black Mages kind of hindered the Warrior side of the deck, but cool deck. But like that was just my thing. It was just like at one point I just went, and he froze half his stuff with Axstar, and then I froze the other half because I'm ice.
Yeah.
And I went, I guess we kind of ping, ping, ping. like you just get to a point where you don't have anything else you can play with your Tavis because you only really play like 2 Mogs, and once you use one will probably get thrown away either in damage or for casting something. And if you don't, it's still just a 4K that says you can't search. So late game, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Wards are incredibly easy to go through because one, you want to play one because it kills something.
It's also an EX.
It's an EX burst. It's fire CP, your main CP, so you might pitch it. Axstars, you will rinse through because it is a lightning rod for any ability ever.
Axstar, you have to get rid of him.
And
You'll probably pitch fodder him too because you can't cast him.
And here's the thing. If you can kill a Tavis at the same time you kill something else, like I Shiva, so I can just I can go Jill into Shiva, hit the Axstar, and then kill 2 birds basically with 1 stone. And like, if you can kill at the same time, who cares if you kill it? They still have to do both of the things. And like, who cares? And then Yuzuki's not a threat most of the time. It's just annoying.
I think it's funnier for us that Yuzuki's not a threat because we don't play damaging abilities in
Well, it's even if you
chunk
even
of
if
our
you
decks.
do, so much stuff gets around it. Like even if you're not playing like water lightning monsters, like Kuchling just shuts it down. Like it's whatever. Like lightning has all the destruction.
Well, but you play ice, so you just don't freeze a lot. But like I tend to play. Currently, I've been playing lightning and water. Well, wind too, but
Like,
Cat 10's neg
There's a
potential
lot of
and lightning
bouncing.
straight breaks.
Earth breaks a bunch of stuff. Fire breaks a bunch of stuff. I guess fire deals damage, so that won't work.
Earth
but,
does a lot of damage now too.
Yeah, but Earth also does straight breaking, and Earth does
Usually
removal.
dull straight breaking, like Kieran and whatnot. But yeah.
There's so much that gets around Yuzuki, and Yuzuki is just one of those off cards that fixes CP and is a warrior you can play. So like the weakness of the deck is it builds a board state, and then kind of just sits there. Which, as long as you can keep doing Axstar stuff, is fine. That's
or
why I like
Tavis stuff.
Yeah, that's why Tavis doesn't do a whole lot. It just plays a dude.
Yeah.
But that's why I like Volker, because Volker says, well, we made the stalemate. Now I'm going to push. I'm going to push with my stuff. Even if it doesn't seem like a winning battle, you're either going to let me deal damage, or you're going to clear things off the board, and I'm just going to play dudes
more
again.
things, yep.
So, like, I could literally go play this ward, kill this thing. I'll swing with my Tavis. Do you want to block it? Cool, you blocked it. Cool, Tavis breaks. Axstar swing, kill this thing, because this dealt 4 damage to something. Cool, my turn? Still my turn? Play Tavis on the back end. Add another Axstar. Pass. And like, Furion does the same thing. Poke for damage. You want to deal with it?
So good at poking.
Like
Furion's the card, honestly, that like I think I respect the most in a warrior deck.
Volker, to me, fixes the stalemate half of the deck. Because it lets you play... When you hit the stalemate where you can't do anything, you can push without feeling bad for having trades.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because warriors do not trade easy.
No.
Because if you
trade... you have the big powerhouse that is your 9K and Tavis, and then basically everybody else is below that in power. It's 8 or 7s, generally speaking.
Even if you trade with Axstar, playing another Axstar does not feel good because you freeze all of your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not in a good game state,
remember, kids,
doesn't feel good.
When you want to play that Axstar, you swing with everything first, quote unquote. You swing with your Tavis first, and then you play the Axstar on the back end.
Or if they go to block it, you play the Axstar.
No, you do it before blocks.
I'm saying like if you're just wanting to swing for damage and they go, well, I'll do this cool tricky thing. You go, no.
Yeah, you're like swing Tavis, play Axstar, holding priority. Next one we have summons.
There's so many good ones.
Yeah, there's so many good summons.
There's so many different good summons you can play with this.
So we're gonna run through them real quick. We have 1 CP Ifrit that says if you can just pay 1 5k a dude. If you control 5 more fire characters, 5k another dude, and it could be the same dude, so you can 10k something. Gets rid of Yuna. You'll see a lot of these. Kills Yunas. Brynhilder, 5k dude, draw a card. Kills Yuna. Salamander
kills Yuna.
Yeah, Ani Experts kill. Salamander's just 5k pink to the board, and then 7k if you're at damage. If you pay his extra cost.
It's 4 and then 7.
Let me double check here. I don't want to be incorrect.
One that's not up there while he searches that. Oh, he's already got it.
Salamander, 5k ping to the board, and then 7k if you remove the extra card. So kills Yuna.
Yep.
Realistically, I mean, you still have to worry about like if Galoof's out, but like whatever.
The sick part about I like playing one Salamander. I think I have Salamander right now as either one of, or we took it out to play something else for an EX burst. But one Salamander in Warriors is real funny because if Volker's on the board, you swing. The blog is like 9k.
Kills a lot of things. Ratu because it's Ratu.
Yeah.
And Kuchelane because Kuchelane's blank ability and draw is just really good.
Missing cards would be...
I didn't put Lev 6 in here because you don't need
you don't
it.
Need to.
Only because you're not playing enough water for Lev 6 to really matter, in my opinion.
Picking up Furians is so good, though.
Sure. But, like, meh.
Furians and Bounce are real sick.
But, like, if you're only playing it to pick up Furion, like...
The free play Ifrit's also really good.
Free play Ifrit is also really good because it's just 7k's a dude, so it kills Refia, which is really nice.
Kills Yuna.
And it's free, so if they tax you, it doesn't feel as bad. Same as Brynhilder or this boy.
Tavis, play a dude with all your backups. Kill it. Beep. Do you want to tap so I can pay 1? Pay 1.
Usually at that point, they just go to freezing after they make you pay a little bit, which is like whatever, it happens. Yeah. Any other summons you would like to add? You guys can also feel free to comment on summons that you think are worth putting in as well. But these are the 5 that I thought were like your big go-to summons that you were initially drawn to.
I don't think there's anything else.
Right, like Lev stands out. Maybe you can play the Leviathan cancel summon too if you really had the space, but like it's not necessary.
I don't think that's right. I'd rather play the X first.
And then lastly, we move on to it's here somewhere. Boop, the Limit Break. So these are the 5 cards I think I see the most.
I think you're missing one.
I have 5 cards. I can only put 5 in. That's how we do this. Is it Graph?
No.
Okay, good. Because I was like, that's not what you want to put in here.
It's Ultima Machine.
Oh yeah, sure. Ultimisia. Ultima. My bad. I play Captain. Why the fuck did I? Ultima. Ultima would be one to put in as well.
Yeah. That's literally. Actually,
I think
with
that
Ultima,
one,
that's the entire Limit Break deck right there.
Yeah, honestly. So
it'd probably be one more Zach, one more Leo. And
but again, these are best damn decks, and we just give you general overviews of the deck. We don't give you the full deck because we want you to have creativity on your own while we just push you in a little direction. So Vincent, it's a 5-drop that shoots something for 9, gets rid of a fire backup in the process. Yep. On your board, not theirs, and he's a first strike 8K'er. Zach, pretty self-explanatory. He just shoots something for 3, but he's just very cost-effective.
But he's a 3-drop.
He's a
3-drop. The main issue.
Leo, 3-drop that draws your card.
Yeah, when in doubt.
Luna Freya. Luna Freya also just becomes the new win in doubt, but it doesn't sound as cool because it's not Leo out. When you think drawing won't work, or you're really trying to hit a Lev 6, which seems to be the reason everybody plays Luna Freya is for Odin or Lev 6. Yeah. You put her out there.
3 cards.
It grabs you a card, and if it's an EX, it triggers it. So usually you get like 2 cards in the process, or you kill something and add a card to hand. And then Tidus. Tidus is just super cool. I think Tidus is probably one of the best limit breaks that they've made out of the 3 different ones that we have.
He might just be the best one.
We'll say on face value, I could say he's the best one because Luna Freya has potential.
I don't think so. I think Luna Freya is very dependent upon hitting something.
That's why I say she has potential. That's it. That's why I said on face value, he's the best. Luna Freya relies on good hits. Tidus does not.
I think if Luna Freya hits good, she's equal to Tidus.
So they're still the best.
Tidus is still the best.
Yeah. What I said still sticks, James. You're arguing with literally a shadow. I said she's good if she hits well.
Too bad.
But yeah, Tidus, for those of you that don't know, is just a 5-cost 9K that says when he enters the field, if you can pay his kicker cost, which is 3 water. If you have 8 or more characters on resolution of that, 8 or more forwards and or backups on resolution of that, very important, you get to top deck a backup from your opponent's field, bottom deck a forward from their field, and draw 2 cards. He is quite literally the best limit break, especially in terms of doing what a limit break should do. He requires a limit of 3, and I think the only other limits that are higher than him right now are Sephiroth and Toto. And Toto's good. Toto also does things that a limit break should do, but it eats your whole limit break.
We'll talk about it later.
And then Sephiroth for 4 feels bad, I'm going to be honest with you. I wish Seph was 3 and cost 7, but it's whatever. But yeah, that generally wraps it up. Do you have anything? Oh, I guess we should talk about it anyways. Ultima
weapon.
Ultima is a risky one, though. This is the issue I have with it.
I've watched people abuse Ultima weapon.
No, that's fair. The issue, I'll tell you why I think Ultima is risky, and I think it's because some people play Ultima poorly. Ultima is a 6-drop 9K that's limit break 2, gross. Fire and water that says when it enters the field, if you have 4 or more fire characters, deal 9K to a forward. When he enters the field, if you control 4 or more water characters, your opponent selects a forward they control and puts it into the break zone. You can stack these the way you want. So usually you would stack the 9K on the top and the select right after. So the 9K happens and then they have to select a dude. Because if you do select the 9K, you kind of fizzle there. The issue I see with people is they play Ultima when they have the exact number, and then you just kill Ultima and they don't have the exact number, which generally, at least for me, seems to happen a lot with people. Whenever I encounter decks like this, usually when they play Ultima, they play it while they have the exact number, and then anything that disrupts that just messes up the entire game plan.
I mean, the same thing for Titus, though.
Oh, yeah, sure. Usually people will play him exactly at 8, which, like, I get. It makes sense. And he's, what,
8's a lot harder to
8 is a lot.
I mean, technically it's 8 for both, but Ultima Weapon can make it 6.
But I will say, usually when you play
7.
Titus, you're already pretty set, and you're just you're win mooring.
That's why Ultima Weapon should probably be played the same style, which is
where you do it for a win more, not because you're
you do it as cementing.
Yeah.
Where they either, if they deal with this, they can't really do anything, or if they don't, you just kind of control the game.
But I think that about covers everything that we have here for Warriors. James, is there anything you want to tack on?
Not really.
Cool. As always, feel free to leave comments about what you think.
Tell us how bad our takes are.
Yeah, that's fair. It's whatever. We plan to do, I believe, 5 more of these for what I'm considering a season 2 of Best Damn Deck. Currently, we have Warriors, we have a Unipile lined up, and then we will have a Water Lightning lined up as well. We still have 3 more that we're trying to work through, and I think we're kind of just going to feel it out until around Nats happens, and then go from there to Worlds.
Honestly, those are like the only 3 decks in the format that we haven't done.
We haven't touched currently, but there's other decks that we can always touch on. I mean, obviously, we're not just going to do meta decks. We'll do fun decks as well. We've done...
it's easiest to do the meta decks as they pop up because they're popular and everyone likes them. And
very popular. Cue the song in Wicked. I mean, we've done Cat 13, we've done Kingslave, we've done Mono Ice. None of those are the best decks ever. We've done Vikings.
Mono Ice was popular at the time we did it.
That's fair. That's fair. We've done Twins, and Twins is Scion Sith Lodius.
I think Twins wasn't at the time.
Twins
had just popular. Come out, and were talking.
It's just
about
cool.
A bunch.
I like playing it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and as always,
stay alert.